Today I'm joined by the Coinbase NBA 2K League 3v3 Slam Open champions, Pistons GT. We got Coach Dew.
What's up, guys? How are you?
We got Anthony Ant Costanzo.
Hey, Chris. How you doing?
Doing well. We're also joined by Connor.
And it's all happening in Minnesota from the Target Center in Minneapolis. The Cavaliers taking on the Timberwolves. For Cleveland, a standout first half of the season has them in first place in the East, a position they don't want to let go of. Timberwolves, Cavs is next. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. So glad you could join us on this Saturday night. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. Hey, Dave.
Thanks very much. Now, D'Angelo Russell says he patterns his game after another crafty lefty. He said, if I could model my game after somebody, it would be Manu Ginobili. He was never the most athletic, but he could pass, he could score, and he was just so unpredictable. Not a bad role model for D'Lo. Kevin?
Not at all. Yeah, some similarities definitely there, David. Thank you. And this is an interesting time of the season, isn't it, Clark, for a lot of these coaches? Having to balance minutes and keep players healthy for the long haul.
Yeah, it is a bit of a balancing act, Kevin. A lot of players don't like to take a seat when they're healthy and able to play. All of these guys, when you get to this level, everybody is a high-level competitor. And sometimes, even if it's for their own good, it's hard to tell them they got to take a night off. Again, I think you go back to reducing practice time and giving players a chance to play in every game that they're able to play in.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. They've got Garland. He's out there with Donovan Mitchell. Okoro out there with Robin Lopez. And it's Osman in at the power forward. And for the Timberwolves, the backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's McDaniels in at the small forward position. Now, here's Garland. Rudy Gobert missing his last shot. It's stolen by Gobert. Russell against Garland. Towns trying to get open. The shot's good.
Nice reaction by D'Angelo to the defense sagging back. Just drops in the simple floater there.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
Mitchell's shot is good.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
For Minnesota, they've gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And Kevin, you can tell it meant a lot to the player. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throw of the night.
First team foul.
And the free throw, no good. And you look at Anthony Edwards, and GA, he is becoming the leader of this Timberwolves team, isn't he?
I think he is. I mean, partly it's his production with his numbers up across the board, but it's also his personality. He plays with tremendous swagger.
Outside Edwards. Passes it to McDaniels. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Towns, and the layup's good off the glass.
One of the many skills that Towns brings every night is his offensive rebound.
For Cleveland, they've gone. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes. Edwards finds Russell. Timberwolves passing it around. Goes up on the wing. It's hauled in by the Cavaliers. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
Yeah, you know, the defense had no answer for him. To do that kind of damage on the road, impressive. Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing there. Results in a great look.
Garland against Russell. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Over Edwards. That's good for Mitchell on the assist by Garland. Mitchell's got 5.
Boy, they're on fire right now, cooking with gas, starting this one out 4-5.
McDaniels dishes to Towns. It's Edwards on the wing. Over Mitchell. Edwards can't hit. Cavaliers leading. Pass to Osman. Over Towns. Anthony Edwards with the rebound.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Russell passes to Edwards. Now Gobert. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And not the same skinny guy he was when he entered. Rudy Gobert a lot less affected by contact these days.
Minnesota making some changes. Anderson, he's checked in for Towns. Taurean Prince comes in for McDaniels. And it's Noel in for D'Angelo Russell.
And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. Gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves.
He gets it in there. And it's Anderson with the ball for Minnesota. The Cavaliers beat them last time when these two teams met in Cleveland.
It wasn't even close in their last matchup, and their offense just wasn't ready to compete at that level.
I really think they've got to find a way to produce easier baskets. I mean, whether they do it by running in transition or getting to the free throw line, they don't want a repeat of that past performance.
Now here's Love. Rudy Gobert missing his last shot. Knocked away. It's stolen by Gobert. The pass to Noel. Edwards against Garland. Now here's Gobert. Defense right on him. Here's Noel, and it's blocked. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
A defensive play like that early in the game can go a long way. Establishes an attitude that you want to have during the game.
Reed, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. There's 1:17 left to play in the first. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Cavaliers have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. There's Garland. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Garland's got his second basket of the game.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Edwards can't hit.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Wade finds Love, shoots over Reed, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
Rise and fire, young fellow. That's Love's mindset. Knows his team depends on him to take and make those shots.
Oh, here's Edwards. Coming off a solid outing against Phoenix.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Edwards. Here's Anderson. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Unselfish. As somebody who already draws a lot of defensive attention, Edwards has to be willing to make that next pass.
Wade for 3. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Wade's got his second basket of the night.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
And so it's Cleveland with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Ready to move? Here are your Minnesota.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Cleveland.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
And also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
They've got McDaniels. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Reed. Then it's Russell. And it's Noel in at the shooting guard. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Teams nowadays tracking deflections in addition to steals. Were they something you were aware of when you played defense, Greg?
Even if they weren't tracked, they were valued. And I remember early in my career, that was something with the Knicks that would always emphasize, because deflections were a true indicator of activity, especially defensively.
And the first one at the line is good. He hits both from the stripe.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Timberwolves trailed by 8. Russell passes to Noel. And here is McDaniel. Shoots over Okoro. A nice shot by McDaniel.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now here's LeVert. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Here's McDaniels. Russell kicks to Towns. Here's Noel. LeVert defending. Towns wide open. 4 on the shot clock. Deep 2 from Russell. That one off the back iron and out.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
A nice shot by Okoro.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
So it's Minnesota now, after Isaac Okoro getting his shot to go from deep. Noel passes to Towns. Here's Russell. Good, and the assist goes to Towns.
You know, I love seeing players use the middle of the court. It just opens up your options, and for a guy like Russell, it gives him a lot of freedom offensively.
And now in the final year of his contract, D'Angelo Russell trying to get back to that all-star level and the promise that got him that last 4-year deal.
Russell kicks to McDaniels. Rubio against Russell. Banked in off the glass. Russell's got 6 points. And after a lackluster performance in last year's playoff, Russell has some making up to do.
Yeah, and the efficiency has been a problem. Now, if you're a player whose primary value is at the offensive end, you can't just be a volume scorer.
Here's Okoro after D'Angelo Russell's bucket. And another 3 for Cleveland.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shots for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
Gobert checked in for Minnesota. Then for the Cavaliers, Love's checked in for Osman. And it's Mitchell in for Ricky Rubio. Russell against Mitchell. Right side Towns. Back to Russell. Poked away. Mitchell with it. Now defended by Gobert. And McDaniels with the block. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Anderson, he's checked in for Minnesota. Edwards comes in for Noel. Timberwolves trailed by 13. Pass to Anderson. Timberwolves passing it around. And the dunk by Towns.
Boy, it's really good to see your big man imposing his will physically. Right there, Towns with a statement finish.
Connects from 3-point range.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Back to Edwards. Three-pointer. He can't hit that time. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Over to the left wing. Russell looking around. Here's Gobert. Count that bucket. Gobert's got 5.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Prince is checked in. Mitchell outside.
2 minutes.
Inside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
So Robin Lopez played with 8 different teams through his first 13 seasons in the league. And in a word, a basketball nomad. Those 7-footers always in demand when they can impact both ends of the floor.
Someone like Robin Lopez, Clark, how hard is it to change teams that much?
I don't know, because I never experienced that in my short career, but I imagine it's got to be difficult. But if you're comfortable with yourself and you bring value to your teams, then I think it can be a fairly smooth adjustment.
Now, here is Russell. 6 points for him. Kicks it out to Prince. Gobert trying to get open. Prince misses.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
Anderson dishes to Russell. Prince outside. Anderson against Love. Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Anderson.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Mitchell passes to Love. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Love's got 5 points now this quarter.
He's a talented shooter. Love doesn't avoid the mid-range like others might.
Back to Russell. There's the 3. Hits it from 3-point range. Russell's got it back down to within single digits for the Timberwolves. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Cleveland. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
And he can be slippery when he's up against tight D inside. There's no easy rejection opportunity when you're guarding Mitchell.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Russell finds Edwards. Back to Russell. Lets it go with a 3. Here's Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
He knows his job. Gobert is there to own the glass and cash in on as many second chance opportunities as he can.
Sinks the triple. Mitchell's got 10.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their work from beyond the arc has been a highlight. A lot of threes finding the bottom of the bucket. Back to the action in just...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. It's Cleveland out on top at halftime. They are leading by 12. Shaq, how do you think Cleveland played?
Three-point shot was their best friend. I agree with the strategy. When it's working, take advantage of it. I don't really like it. Live by the jumper, die by the jumper. But tonight, they're living and they're living good, baby.
Kenny, let's get your input on the Timberwolves.
Well, it's never fun. You're playing against the team that's on fire. This team was on fire. They showed effort on defense, but it didn't matter. They couldn't get the stops. I don't think the opponent could.
And that'll about...
Time to get up and make some noise.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Tipping off the second half, here's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5. They've got Robin Lopez. Darius Garland is out there with Mitchell. Then it's Okoro. And it's Osman in at the 4 spot.
And when he's hitting from deep, Mitchell's practically unguardable. Can't crowd him out there. He'll just drive right around him.
Russell kicks to Edwards. He feeds it to Towns. Hits the jumper. 6 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
Capable of finding his open guys. Edwards getting better at improving his overall floor awareness. Nice to see.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
And even down big, the effort and energy is still there to try and make a comeback. Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Ball's knocked loose, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Mitchell. Reed, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Wade, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. 6 to shoot. Russell from long range. They get it back. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
Showing determination inside. Towns absorbs the contact and gets the whistle.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And the #1 overall pick in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns has been the franchise player in Minnesota, but out to prove he can be the cornerstone on a contender.
Ricky Rubio checked in for Donovan Mitchell. Russell against Garland. Over Russell. And there's another one for the Cavaliers. Greg, in order for Towns to get the Wolves to where they want to go, and certainly where he wants to go, how does he take the next step?
For me, last season, an inconsistent playoff performance for Cat. He's got to make an imprint on the game, even when shots aren't falling.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
The size, the change of pace, the shiftiness of Russell. A hard guy to defend without foul.
Minnesota shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. D'Angelo Russell, the 2nd overall pick in 2015.
Yeah, pretty interesting too, Kevin, that the Lakers traded him after just his 2nd season. It was basically a salary dump. It wasn't about talent because he's got plenty of that, but he was young when he came into the league. He had a reset at age 21 and then went on to rebuild his stock in Brooklyn, making an all-star game there. And by doing that, showed everybody that he could start over.
The Cavaliers have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
I think they've taken a major step in the wrong direction when you talk about their foul shooting, guys. I mean, they're not even close to what they shot last year.
Noel, he's checked in for Minnesota. Both free throws good from Garland. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Pass to Noel. And Wade sends it back. And he recovers it.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
Here's Okoro. Up and in on the way. Okoro's got 10 points.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Minnesota calls timeout.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for the Cubs. Put your hands together again for your
second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. McDaniels passes to Reed. Tipped away. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards.
That is his first foul of the game. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
Boy, he is all over that shot. I mean, had it read the whole way, got himself in the position, and then was able to make the play.
Three-pointer, Wade hits the three-point bomb. Wade's got his third basket of the night.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Edwards can't hit, and here are the Cavaliers. They're on a 15-5 run. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. Well, as we know, it's here to stay, but people continue to voice their opinion on the play-in tournament format. Where do you fall?
I like it, Kevin. I really do. It's creative. It's innovative. It adds a level of excitement, that do-or-die feel that you sometimes don't get unless it's a Game 7 in the NBA playoffs. I really think it's a good add-on.
First one falls for him. Both free throws good from Garland.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Pass to Edwards. This one for three. Sinks the three-pointer. Edwards got 7.
You know, Edwards is still tweaking his three-point shot, but it sure looked good there.
The pass to Okoro. Here's Wade. Rubio outside. Cleveland moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. A nice shot by Okoro.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
Here's Noel, guarded by Garland. Okoro with it. 13 points in the game.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Edwards kicks to McDaniels. And another three for Minnesota.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
You know, he could see his squad was losing momentum, losing steam. Smart timeout to let them catch their breath and reset.
Some changes for Minnesota. Anderson, he's checked in for Reed. Torian Prince comes in for McDaniels. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Noel. Cleveland also making some changes. Kevin Love comes in for Jetty Osman. And Karis LeVert subbed in for Ricky Rubio. Outside Edwards. Prince outside. Back to Edwards. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Love.
And since being the first pick of the 2020 draft, Anthony Edwards has not disappointed.
I'll tell you something, partner. The Timberwolves got that one right. Did they ever? I mean, we knew about his nuclear athleticism, but the leadership, the work ethic, the ability to impact winning also have been evident. This is a multi-time All-Star going forward.
Garland, Gobert with the block.
And the reach and height of Gobert, it literally makes it impossible to score over him. He's able to get all over that shot.
And here's the fast break. Love leading the way. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
Cleveland ball.
Garland against Russell. Gobert with the block. Garland against Russell.
Cleveland foul. Darius Garland.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
He's been doing really nice work at the line. 83%.
You know, even in games where he hasn't been at his best this season, I mean, he's still managed to get it done at the charity stripe when he gets his opportunities.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. McDaniels checked in.
You know, Russell's known for his scoring ability, but I like the fact that he's eager and hungry to continue to improve.
Russell against Garland. Anderson in the post. Five to shoot. Outside, Russell puts up a three. They grab their own miss. Gobert. And terrific work on the offensive glass when he picks up two.
And how about the play by Gobert there in the paint? Not afraid to get physical on his way to the basket.
And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we'll be right back after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniels. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's Russell in at the point guard. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. For three, Mitchell. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got his fourth assist in this one. Pass to McDaniels. And the NBA last season announced the creation of 6 new trophies for the division winner and named them after 6 pioneering players.
Kevin, anytime you can connect the past, the legacy of the league to the present in meaningful ways, I think that's a winning situation. I mean, greats like Wayne Embry, Sam Jones, Willis Reed, who paved the way for generations of black players. I mean, I think it's a great move to recognize them and continue to realize the importance they played in helping to build the foundation on which the league stands now.
The first one falls. Garland is checked in for Ricky Rubio. And he can't hit the second. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. It's Edwards on the wing. Covered by Mitchell. Here's Towns. Gobert trying to get open. And Towns gets it to go.
Towns attacks the basket with such a ferocity and never give up attitude. I love that about him, guys.
Mitchell outside. Back to Osman. Dishes to Mitchell. Over Russell. And good as it just snugs right down through the net.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
Back to Russell. Edwards looking it over. Here's Towns. Clock at 4. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Towns doing a nice job with a smart play there, getting the ball to a ready shooter instead of trying to force it himself.
And it's Garland slamming it down.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game.
Well, when you know it, you got to show it.
And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
And that has got to help the morale of this team. Let's see if that sets up a run here.
Minnesota calls timeout. And Clark, Commissioner Silver noted recently as the league moves to a more selective viewing experience, load management could hurt revenues even further.
Yeah, you know, when more fans can pay to watch individual games, it's a bit of an a la carte system. I think you need that star power every night. And even beyond that, Kevin, I think players, all players, but particularly the star players, have a responsibility to try to show up for work every single night. And that really should be the mindset. I think it goes beyond revenue. I think it's just a matter of principle. You have a job, you should be looking to perform every time you have the opportunity. I understand rest, but I think rest should probably be confined to practice, not the game.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
And how about the awareness of Mitchell? That's what stands out to me. He has a decision to make and does it with terrific timing.
Over in the corner, Edwards. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Mitchell left side. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
And understanding where to run to in transition, Mitchell is very opportunistic when the break is on.
Outside, Edwards. Back to Russell. Knocks it loose. Over in the corner, Edwards. From outside, off the mark.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Well, I think they've been lethal from beyond the arc this game, no doubt about it. Hard to defend such spot-on shooting.
And their passing has been great as well. Ball movement is key in getting good looks, and they've had that down tonight.
A three-pointer is right on target.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can... can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
Anderson outside. Wade with the block. Mitchell against Rivers. Wade passes to Stevens. His three-pointers off the mark. And it's Anderson with the ball for the Timberwolves. To the left side wing. Russell with a wide open look. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Here's Stevens. Wade trying to break free. Stephens good. And one more look at that fantastic mobile one drive.
Man, that is a tough cover. Pretty good defense, but he just finds the angle and finishes.
Rivers surveying the D. McDaniels finds Russell. Passes to Reed. Launches it. Traps in the tray. Reeves got his first 3 points of the game.
Terrific read on the part of Russell that time. Scanned the court, spotting the open man, and then whipped it there for an easy bucket.
And the Cavaliers call time here. They're up by 26. 1:32 left in the game. And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Darius Garland.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he has.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. From deep, Good on the three-point shot.
Had their fingerprints all over this matchup tonight. Just an impressive victory
for the Cavaliers.
Starting five must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
And they not only lightened the load, the subs did nothing less than guarantee a win.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief 2-game.
I tell you what, no matter how brief it is, anytime you can get a season series sweep, you're happy.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Donovan Mitchell.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Pass to Rivers. Here's Moore. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Rivers. Steffens pulls it in. Cleveland controlling the game. Here's Neto. And there's the pass to Windler. And another three for Cleveland.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Here's Reed. Another miss by Minnesota. Here's Neto. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.